What is up, YouTube? It is your girl Creole Barbie here with Creole Barbie TV. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Creole Barbie. Do not forget to like, comment below, but most of all, you see right here, hit that subscribe button in order to be part of the hottest movement that is around, the Barbie gang. Without further ado, please allow me to introduce myself, you guys, because you might not be familiar with me. It might, in fact, be your first time visiting my channel. My name is Creole Barbie. I'm a current USPS employee. I work as a clerk at plant. Okay, the plant is the processing distribution center of the USPS, and on my channel I make tons of videos pertaining to USPS. Number one, how can you apply? Number two, how can you read your paycheck stubs? Number three, how can you survive your 90 days at the USPS? So if you're not familiar with me and it's your first time visiting, be sure to check out that USPS playlist because I have a lot of great information inside that could help you. So without further ado, please allow me to get into my video because I'm not going to talk so long in the beginning. However, you guys, this is some really good information, and so you really need to just stop, pause, rewind if you have to. If you're a current USPS employee, then you pretty much can understand the things that I'm saying in this video. If you're going to be a USPS employee, then this is great information for you as well, because you know what, one thing I'm going to be doing here is putting you guys up on game, so when you get into the post office, you're not blindsided by any means necessary. You know any and every term, you know what is going around you, and you're gonna know how to handle things accordingly by being here on my channel. Okay, you guys? So the number one thing I want to talk to you guys about is grievances. Creole Barbie, what is a grievance? A grievance is basically a form of action, okay, that a employee takes against their management. Okay, say for instance, if the management look at you wrong, you're at a grievance. Not along those terms, you guys, but really it's just an example, okay? But typically what people write grievances on, especially clerks, is in letter automations. We're supposed to have 2 to 3 people assigned to our machine, okay? Because the mail is so large, the mail volume is so large, and those machines expand very, very long, it takes at least 2 people to complete this task, okay? So you have the person that's up front that is actually running the machine and processing the mail. And then you have the person that's in the back aisle sweeping the mail out of the bins, placing them into letter trays, okay? Now, sometimes we can become understaffed. It happens. We are understaffed. However, it does not mean that you are allowed to work by yourself. So typically what people do when they work by themselves, they file a grievance. They go to the union store, they write up a paper, and they file a grievance. Okay? Now, how do they get paid? Well, sometimes, I'm not going to say it'll just be mysteriously right on your check the next pay period, because that's not how it happens. So once you place this grievance, okay, then maybe a pay period or 2 or maybe 3 pay periods, depending on how long it takes, you will see a grievance settlement on your paycheck. And that's how you know when you file your grievance and you got paid for it. So typically, those are the things that people file grievances for as clerks. However, there are other ways that our grievances are filed. Now, I'm going to tell you guys the Clerk versus MH grievances, okay? Because I feel like our management set us up to get grievances put on us a lot of the times. Well, Creole, what do you mean about that? What do you mean that y'all getting set up down there? I feel like this, y'all. MHAs have a very, 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 very great union to where they actually sit down and talk with their people and tell them ways that they can get paid. But not necessarily get paid, but things that they shouldn't allow. And if they see this, then yeah, count that money. Okay? So things that I've noticed that we get as clerks filed grievances on us from MHAs are this. Number one, pulling our own mail from the robots. So as a clerk in letter automations, okay, we have MHAs who actually go to the robot, they tug our mail to our machines and give it to us. Now, a lot of the times you will hear management over the intercom, mail processing clerks, if you don't have any more mail, please go to the robot and pick up your mail. Not knowing, well, they do know. I'm not going to say not knowing, but they do know that if an MHA sees us pulling our own mail, we can get a grievance filed on us because that's their job, is to pull the mail. You see how you get sucked in? You see how you get sucked in? Okay, so look, another thing that get us grievances filed on us is when clerks, okay, have mail in the APC, right? So typically when the MHAs break down our mail and put it into the APCs, they're supposed to remove any sleeves, okay, that's on the letter tray. So if a MHA see us pulling the sleeve off of the letter tray, that is a grievance on us. They file a grievance on us because we're doing what? We're doing their job. Even though we weren't supposed to receive it like that, and management is supposed to maybe talk to their management about leaving the sleeves on the letter trays, they're not communicating like that and protecting us, and the union isn't doing it like that and protecting us. So therefore, we get a grievance filed on us, and the MHAs win again. They win again. If we take a floor lift, okay? Floor lift and move mail within facility, mail handlers can file a grievance because we're not allowed to move mail within the facility. That is a mail handler's job. Okay, for a side note, if you file a grievance on something you see as a clerk, the grievance paper will go to the senior clerk in your unit. For an example, supervisors working on will be a violation due to being craft work. So these are some examples, you guys, that will help you along the lines of grievances and help you understand better. As always, thank you for watching this video. If you hadn't done so already, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more future videos. In the meantime, as always, I'm out. Deuces.